Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you for joining me here on another episode here at Allie's Treasure Trove. And I have something I've never done on the channel before. I do actually have a book review. Now I am doing this because this book was given to me as a special belated birthday present by my mom and dad. They did manage to track down this copy here of Natalie Portman's Fables, actually written by Natalie Portman and illustrated by Jenna Mattia. Now, this is very exciting. I actually did not know about this release at all until someone in the Top Star Wars Collectible Card Traders group mentioned this book, because as you'll see as I open this up, this book, special copies for small independent bookstores, did come with a special surprise. Now, this is a new release. It is a children's book. It does retail for $19.99 in the US and $26.99 in Canada. Now, I did go ahead and read through the book, of course, so I could talk to you guys about it, and also because I don't think I can read it here on YouTube. I don't think that's kosher. But I will go ahead and read the back cover of the book for you guys. 3 classic fables retold with wit and wisdom by the acclaimed actor and activist. From realizing that there is no right way to live to respecting our planet and learning what really makes someone a winner, the messages at the heart of Natalie Portman's Fables are a modern take on timeless life lessons. Told with a playful, kid-friendly voice and perfectly paired with Jenna Mattia's charming artwork, Portman's insightful retellings of The Tortoise and the Hare, The 3 Little Pigs, and Country Mouse and City Mouse are ideal for reading aloud and are sure to become beloved additions to family libraries. And of course, like I said, written by Natalie Portman, one of my favorite actresses, the actress of course, Padme Amidala in the Star Wars prequel movies. If you guys have been around to this channel before, you do know how much of a Padme fan I am. I love Padme. She is my absolute favorite Star Wars character. And then the artist who I've actually never heard of before, but the art is very cute and well done. So big props to Jenna Mattia. Says, was born and raised in San Diego. She received a degree in illustration for entertainment from Laguna College of Arts and Design. Now works on concept and character art for film, illustration for licensing, and private commissions. This is her picture book debut, jennamattia.com. Now, I am very excited to add this to my collection. My parents were able to chase this book down at Tombolo Books down in downtown St. Petersburg. I will put their link in the description down below. That is a bookstore I've never heard of before. I know in St. Pete we have Haslam's bookstore, which I think is actually closed at the moment, but Tombolo Books is open by appointment only, and also I think on their website. So, the deal with this book is, for small bookstores across the country, very limited copies to each store did get a signed edition. So inside this book, there is an autograph by Natalie Portman. Now, of course, the first page has the "This Book Belongs To" that a lot of children's books have. But right here, we have a Natalie Portman autograph. Now, I'm sure if you look on eBay, some of these prices are pretty expensive. I'm sure there's people out there making their own DIY Star Wars cards by doing cut autos, cut signatures. That is essentially where people cut out where an actor, usually who has passed away, where they have signed on sometimes like a check or like a note, or just a piece of paper, or like a title to like a house or a car. They purchase that document, cut it out, and then insert it into a card. This is done with Topps and Panini do it, cut autos for different sports products with sports players, legends who have passed away. And also, I know some people have made, like Boss Man, I believe, also owns an autograph of Alec Guinness. I believe that's a cut auto. So this is crazy. I know some people are probably going to dismantle the book, but that's not something I want to do. I want to keep it in as great condition as I have. Just as like how I received it, I want to keep it in excellent condition. And actually, I was actually surprised by how much I like this book. I'm not too much of a Fables person, but I did read through it, of course, so that way I could give you guys my feedback on it. What's the point of making this video? Is it just to show off my Natalie Portman autograph? Mostly. But also, I just wanted to share with you guys, because I do recommend, actually, if you have young children or you are a Fables fan, which most likely, if you have young children, you are peer pressured into liking Fables, because that is what they want to hear. And actually, I do really like the modern take on these Fables. Now, there are some weird parts that, of course, do come with kids' books. In the first story in here, The Tortoise and the Hare, there's a weird part where when the hare runs away, he farts on the tortoise. That was a bit weird, but, it went with the rhyme, so I was like, okay, I ran with it. Kids like fart jokes, okay, that makes sense. But overall, I really did like the messages that Natalie Portman had from these different stories. Now, I'm not too familiar with the original versions of these. Of course, it has been a long time. And of course, I know The 3 Little Pigs, and The Wolf Blown Down the House. I don't think I've ever actually read The Country Mouse and the City Mouse, but of course, The Tortoise and the Hare, I know the main, tenets of the story. And I do appreciate how it took a modern spin, like the back of the book was saying. It's not lying when it says there's a modern twist on these classic messages. I do appreciate in the tortoise and the hare, it's about how, you know, living life to the fullest is what gets you to the end. It's not just rushing around and then just kind of like, I don't know what else to say, screwing off like the hare was doing. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna win anyways, let me just party my life away. And then, you know, the tortoise was like, well, you know, I pushed through, I persevered, I did what I needed to do, and I believed in myself, and I got there. And I really like that message. And the Three Little Pigs, I also liked how it was about, it had ties to the environment, taking care of yourself and also your surroundings. You know, of course, if you build your house out of straws because you're a gross pig and the wolf comes to blow down your house, it's not going to go very well for you. But, you know, if you take the time, educate yourself, and, you know, just do, you know, stuff that's not only good for you, keep yourself in good health, but also use, you know, sustainable materials. And in this case, it was just building like a legitimate house instead of just a house made out of Chinese takeout garbage, which is actually the house of the first pig, by the way. Also interesting, but, you know, it's a pig. Real pig references. I get it. So I also appreciated that one. But my favorite probably of the three was the country mouse and the city mouse. In this take, the country mouse went to visit their cousin, the city mouse, who was like, I have all this cool stuff. I have all these cool friends. You live out in the boonies. You got nothing going on for you. And initially, the country mouse was like, wow, this is so cool. You have all these friends. You have this luxurious life. And, you know, my friends back home, we just have basic food and they have fleas. That was actually a reference that they made. You know, your friends are all cool and then mine has fleas. Let me actually find that quote for you. I thought it was kind of funny. Where is it? The cool city moles is what the city mouse friends were referred to. All right, so the country mouse's name is Grayson. It says Grayson thought, wow, she's got so much great cheese. All I've got is field scraps and my friends have fleas. You know, so it's like, wow, really impressed, you know, by this person showing off, gallivanting around, showing off their cool stuff. And then it turns out they're actually taking stuff from a cat. The city mouse, all her friends were like, oh, you know, we were just partying, it's fine. And they threw the city mouse under the bus. And it shows, you know, the strength of true friendship and not worrying about like gallivanting and just showing off everything, which kind of reminds me, honestly, of like modern age, like TikTok stars and like influencers. You know, you always hear about, actually kind of relevant because I filmed a secret bonus video. I filmed a Get Ready With Me kind of, and we talked about beauty gurus in a little bit, is it seems like they're always fighting amongst each other, always throwing each other under the bus to get a good scoop, get publicity stirring, and just, you know, talking about, so it doesn't seem like they're like real friends. They act friendly to each other, but, you know, when push comes to shove, it's like, oh, I don't know that person, or I don't, that person's a bad person, I'm better than them. So it's really like, you know, having true friends nowadays is a bit difficult. So I actually like that story a lot too. That's why I think it's my favorite, because I feel like it's something I see more in daily life, you know, just being a show off and having all this cool stuff, but not having anyone who really has your back. That's not really what you want to live for. You want to have people that you're really close to. And if you're not living the most luxurious life, that's fine. You know, as long, you know, and with the other tales, as long as you're working on yourself and trying to live life to the fullest, you're going to have a happy life. So I think these are nice stories. Of course, it's fables. It's, you know, in an ideal world, you know, doing all these things would lead to like a perfect life. But just, you know, I think it's good. And I think it's a good telling, a way for kids to start thinking about just different social interactions. And I actually really do think Natalie Portman did a good job here. Even if there were those weird references, like I was saying, I don't know why the hare farted on the tortoise. That really stuck out to me when I was rating it. I was just really confused. But overall, it's a kid's book. You know, there's going to be kids things. Like I said, kids find fart jokes funny. A lot of adults also find fart jokes funny. I just felt like in this context, I felt like it kind of came out of nowhere, but, you know, I feel like that's an excusable thing for a kid's book. But I really like this. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I enjoyed the story. I love the art. And, of course, it does have that really awesome Natalie Portman signature. Now, I know there was some debating on perhaps the Star Wars Autograph Universe, if it was auto-penned or perhaps even a facsimile. However, I'm going to go ahead and switch these screens here. I know you guys are probably wondering, like, why did I have the small screen in the corner? And actually, about probably 30 seconds into the video, I was also like, why do I have the small screen? I'm not using it. But I guess I can use it to show it here. You can't see that it was obviously something was written on here. You know, it bled through the page. Not onto the main page, the title page here, but it did go through the page. And it does just have Natalie Port. She dropped the man. That's okay. Don't need him. Don't need it. You're good. You're good without it. But there is the Natalie Portman autographed. So that is super awesome. Very thankful to my parents for tracking this down for me. I remember I had mentioned it. You know, I was like, oh, I read about this thing on Facebook and I tried calling Hoslin's, but like I said, they were closed. I didn't actually know about Tom Bolo books before now. But my dad actually sent himself out on a hunt looking for bookstores in the Tampa Bay area. And then my mom actually was the person who went to the appointment because she loves bookstores. And of course, can't just buy one thing in a bookstore. She bought a bunch of different books. So she really liked it there. I haven't been, but based on her, description of the place, 10 out of 10 would recommend if you are local to St. Pete or just the Tampa Bay area to go visit Tombolo Books. And I did scoop up the last one, so don't harass them and like, hey, you got more of those Natalie Portman autograph books. This was the last one that they had. So it was a very, very fortunate circumstances that I was able to get this one, and very much thanks to my parents for getting this for me for my birthday. This is super cool. Like I said, the art is super cute. Now, of course, it's actually a really good shape. Like, I was actually reading it. I was holding it up here when I was reading it and even flipping through to find that quote about the fleas and the cheese. Yeah, I mean, it's not a horrible rhyme. It actually is a really good size for holding and being able, like it says on the back, to read aloud to small children. So overall, I really like this book. Of course, if you're my age, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for you personally. It is interesting. It is, of course, geared towards children, has the art. I really like it, even though it's a childless art style. I wouldn't say the art is particularly for children, even though there are those weird parts. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to hold it off screen. I don't know technical rules about this, but see, here is the weird part I was talking about. But there are really funny, like, modern stuff in here. Like, I like this line as well. The pig siblings gasped. Is she brave or weak-headed? Vroom, vroom, said Proud Hare. I run fast on unleaded. I don't know why I find a joke about a type of gas really funny. And then I guess it talks about rabbit gas. But I don't, there's a lot of just, like, it is that modern spin. So there are stuff that really stands out in here about, like, bringing it into the 21st century. Here is the fart cloud. The carrot poop-smelling fart cloud. Like I said, interesting rhymes. It does rhyme, of course. That's the big thing about Fables. And, of course, Natalie Portman did very well with that. I don't think I picked out anything that sounded a bit off. Some of the jokes were a little bit weird. But, like I said, it's a kid's book. I'm not necessarily the target audience for... I know I keep bringing this up, but... why did it? Anyways, let me go ahead and remove myself from the small corner right up here. Very happy to have this in my collection. Now, I know this is probably not the type of video you guys are expecting. Allie's Treasure Trove turned back into, like, Ultra Nerd Central with a book review. I think this is actually probably the first book review I've ever done. I know there's always like, oh, in elementary school, you're going to have book reports. I never actually ever had a book report. I read a lot of books for fun, but I never had to, like, talk about them ever. So this is my first book report in 23 years, because I'm 23 now instead of 22. Feels weird. But yes, very cool little Fables book here. Modernized by Natalie Portman. Very good messages, very good art, very cool rhymes. Very cool stuff for children. Would definitely recommend this. And like I said, make sure to support Tombolo Books. If you're local to St. Pete, Tampa Bay area, very nice place. I was looking at their website a little bit before I started recording as well. It looks pretty nice too, so definitely a smooth interface if you want to check them out online. So I would recommend them. But that is it here for this video on a Tuesday. Not what you guys were expecting. I know I did give you that poll. However, with this acquisition and also some other stuff, the poll was kind of useless because I am not doing any of those options. Well, I am doing the something new option, I guess. But next week, definitely going to have a before you buy episode, because that was what the winner of last week's poll. Not sure what I'm going to put up for a poll this week. Perhaps I'll just leave the same one up and just keep seeing your guys' feedback. So if you have any suggestions for new segments on the channel, new things you'd like to see me try, new things you'd like to see me do, leave that in the comment section here and on the comment section for that poll. That way I can see as much as your guys' thoughts, suggestions, comments as possible. Make sure to leave those for me. Are you a Natalie Portman fan? Are you a Fables fan? Of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Were you aware of the signed editions of Natalie Portman's Fables? Because I certainly wasn't until quite recently. Let me know your thoughts on anything, any of those topics, anything at all. Leave that down in the comment section down below. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, perhaps you're just looking for Natalie Portman stuff. Maybe you're looking for children's book reviews. I don't know if this will be your thing, but I open a lot of collectibles here. This one does tie in loosely because I'm a big Star Wars fan, big Natalie Portman fan. But this is, of course, another treasure from my personal collection. so it fits. But if you're interested in seeing more from me, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That is it for me here. I actually am going to be having a bonus video tomorrow on Wednesday. Normal uploads for this channel are Tuesdays and Thursdays, so sometimes we do have those bonus videos on Wednesday, and there's actually a special feature with that bonus video. You might be able to unlock a bonus video for the bonus video, so make sure to check that out tomorrow. Another haul video coming soon. That is it for me here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I can't wait to catch you again either tomorrow or on Thursday, our regularly scheduled Tuesday, Thursdays. But like I said, we already got that bonus tomorrow when I unearth some more treasures here at Allie's Treasure Trove. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. I'll catch you next time. Bye.